Hello there, people from YouTube. How you doing? Hope you're alright. I'm Alex, and today we're here again to watch Percy Jackson episode 6. I'm a little late. This week I usually watch it the day it comes out. So on Wednesday, but today's Thursday, and I didn't have the time yesterday. Unfortunately, we had things to do, and I didn't have time to watch the episode, so coming a day after, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. I just want to watch it, just want to enjoy it. I've been waiting for the episode of them going in the casino, and I'm curious to see the difference between this one in the episode and the one in the movie. Before starting watching the episode, there's one thing you should do, and you should totally subscribe to the channel and like this video because we're going to watch a lot of new stuff. I recently started watching Squid Game that I've never seen before, but I got curious because of Squid Game the challenge, so I decided to watch the TV show also. If you liked Squid Game, consider to watch also that video. I will link it down below or at the end of this video or somewhere here. Anyway, without further ado, I would say let's dive into episode 6.
I gave you the tools to steal the Master Book, only to watch it taken from you. There is too much at stake for you to fail me again.
Okay, so just a little heads up. I finished Percy Jackson book 3 literally last night, and if I am correct in my memories from what I also read until yesterday, um, that person that was the headmaster should be the character that I'm thinking about. If I'm correct here, that should totally be the person that I think about.
There, got a signal. Toss the seaweed brand. Oh, Iris, goddess of the rainbow, please accept my offering. Okay, show me Camp Half-Blood.
We know who stole the bolt.
Honestly, the call they use, since they don't use the phones, but I imagined it a little bit different from what the books say because um at least for Percy, for regarding Percy, he uses the water, and they always had some kind of water reflecting the light, so it creates a rainbow, so they could use, if I'm correct. But I guess that no water in the truck, so whatever thing that they can use to reflect the light and create the rainbow to ask Iris for help and to connect them with the people they need to talk to works too. But I think that in the books they pretty much use the water.
They've already got a plan to get themselves out. And us, too.
That's really elegant. I mean, I think they picked the right city, honestly. Like Las Vegas, who would care? Like these people are taking pictures and trying to touch the animals. Like Las Vegas, they always portray Las Vegas like one of the cities that's, no matter what you see, that's normal. As much as I don't like to use the word normal, I don't know. In the imaginary, Las Vegas is this city where you can do anything and it will still be normal.
So how do we know which hotel is the Lotus?
I'm guessing the one with the giant lotus blossom on it.
That looks amazing. Look, casino outside looks way better than it did in the movie. I follow Rick Riordan and on social media, and he wrote so many good things about this um scene. And I mean, when I read the post he made on social media, I was like, I had no idea how much he despised the movie. So I'm 100% even more hyped about this thing. I was like, my hype was here after reading the post on social media from Rick himself. My hype was skyrocketing. I thought it must be really great. So I'm super excited.
We find Hermes. We get him to hook us up with the ride to Los Angeles and a plan to get into the underworld. Let's split up.
It's never ever Never a good idea to split. Never. Like in horror movies, that never ends well. I mean, it's not a horror movie, but still, you don't split.
You were really important to my family. And I know you were a big influence on my Uncle Ferdinand. When he was preparing for his search, he talked about you. All the time.
Not Ferdinand. I found Pan.
I don't have my searcher's license to look for Pam.
I won't tell if you won't.
I'll be careful.
Maybe
Would you like some?
I
No.
can't eat the lotus flowers, Augustus.
They're nacho chips. Would you like some?
No, that's kind of weird. I remember, like, in the movie, they were forgetting stuff, and they were also forgetting that they were inside the casino because they were eating the lotus flower, but they didn't even start, they didn't even try, they didn't even taste it. So maybe it's something in the air that erases their memories of whatever they were doing before, or whatever their purpose was to be inside there. It could be the air. It could be they maybe they decided to, I don't know, use the lotus perfume or essential oil, or I don't know, whatever spray or something to put in the air tubes, conditioning stuff that spreads the air all over the casino so people inhale it and they just forget about what they were doing, what was their purpose, and they stay there forever.
Looks up at the sky and she says, he was wearing a hat.
Oh ho ho.
Time and space are easy, kids. Parenting is something else entirely. Have a seat.
Are you gonna help us or not?
Makes you feel any better, it won't be much use now anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh,
We have a huge problem.
oh yeah.
We still have time to finish this quest before the solstice if we hurry. We didn't eat any lotus fruit.
They pump it into the air.
I knew it. I knew it.
What kind of car does the god of travelers have? Hermes drives a cab?
For real. Oh, that was close. Oh,
A little weird that I forgot a lot more stuff than you guys did.
We weren't alone. It's easy to forget what's important when you're alone.
I told you. You shouldn't have split. You were supposed to stick together.
I think I gotta go meet my dad now.
Are we actually going to meet Poseidon? No, of course.
He waited as long as he could. It's time for you to return to camp.
No, I have to keep going.
Save the world.
I don't know. I enjoyed the episode. Probably a little less than the four episode before this one. Like, I feel like episode 5 and episode 6 were a little bit boring for me. I expected way more for this episode, and I expected the Lotus Casino scene to be completely different. And I had so much hype for it. I mean, it's not like I completely hated it. It was just different than than what I expected. I probably expected more something like what happened in the movie, and my mind was probably too much into that scene because I enjoyed it a lot and was probably, like I said, the part of the movie that I enjoyed the most. And I thought that it would be something like that, like they would eat the lotus flower and forget about stuff, start to play also. And let's say that I imagine them escaping the casino in a completely different way. Like I expected them to steal the car at the front, the one that you basically see before going into the actual part where you can gamble and stuff. The actual casino when you're just outside of it. There was a car there, and when Annabeth came with Hermes keys, I expected them to steal that car. I didn't expect them to steal a taxi. I'm curious to reread the part of the Lotus Casino and see the differences between this scene and the one in the book, because I feel like even in the book is a lot different. I don't know, was a little bit disappointed. Like I just really hope that this TV show doesn't end up being like one of those many, unfortunately, Marvel TV shows that start with the bang, and the more you get to the end, the more the episodes suck. I'm not saying that this episode sucked because it didn't. A lot of things happened. Percy met Hermes, and he got the four balls to help them get out of the underworld. They were pretty important, and I really enjoyed the fact that they didn't found them just like that. Like they found them in the movie. Like in the movie, they had this map, and they were supposed to follow the glowing balls, and that was part of the quest, which was kind of stupid, honestly. Here, it is what it was supposed to be, and yeah, I just, I don't know, I'm just a little bit confused and a little bit disappointed. Probably one of the episodes that I waited for since it started. At least they started to talk about what Grover wants, like he wants to go find Glenn. And I remember that they didn't even say it in the movie, and it was a bit confusing in the Sea of Monster. Because Grover wasn't there and they didn't say anything about why he was not there. They just went and looked for him. So at least we know that he has a purpose and he wants to do something to help save the nature. So at least that. Let me know what you think about this episode. If you enjoyed the entire thing, if you have some stuff that you didn't like, let me know everything in the comments, and please also subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot for me and it helps me grow, and it's free. So consider doing it. And also leave a like to the video if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.